Hi there. Today is video 2 in a series where I'm explaining why I still believe in the validity of the scripture, and I'm encouraging you to research these things and why I think you guys should too. Um, Down below is going to be some links, and today I'm going to share with you the largest part of why I still hold to the Bible's religious claims is actually true. And this is me, this is personally my personal viewpoints that I hold, um, that were things that I saw in life that were affirmed by Scripture. I believe that the world we live in necessitates the kind of God and systems mentioned in Scripture. And I've got some videos I'd like you guys to watch once more down below in the links. Um, I've got a few by C.S. Lewis that I think explain uh, both the dilemma and the answer of Scripture, that anybody could see and notice. And the second set of links is by a Christian philosopher named Francis Schaeffer, which I know a lot of people disagree with on the on him being tremendously fundamental. But I would like you guys to watch through those videos too, because I can't disagree with what he's saying through them. I find that that's what society has become, and that's where they turned away from the scripture, and we made a grave error. And you guys should watch through those links too. Whether you agree with all of it or not isn't important, but I can't watch those without coming to the same conclusion. But let me sum up uh, my viewpoints, and the thing that really helps solidify my faith in the validity of the scripture as the basis for truth. So all of us are met with um, the moral dilemma of existence, that existence has to have meaning, um, and that you don't know who you are and you don't know your meaning, and you have to discover what that is. And on the basis of atheism, you can might be able to discover parts of a mechanism, but you can't find meaning. And on things like atheism, personal morality and universal truths have no basis. And so for me, that was nothing that I ever really felt was logical. I never thought it was rational that everything could exist and somehow people were supposed to be moral and find a moral standing, and that there was no thing to base that on other than the consensus, because the consensus of either individuals or the populace will always shift one way or another. And in my own philosophy, I believe that the mechanism of evolution is also its ethic. It's the survival of the fittest. And if people believe that as a worldview, that's what you see. You see the survival of the fittest, being the predominant moral function of atheism, which is not something that can sustain society. So that's something that I noticed. Also, I've done my own studies on other religions. I've listened through the entire Quran. I've listened through bits and pieces of other things, different cults and things, and I don't find, um, you know, parts of other religions. I probably should really listen more, but I have a hard time finding the same kind of um, structure that the Bible has that actually weighs up with what we have and what we see in life. That if everything came from somewhere, it has to come from an infinite source. I mean, that's the obvious logical conclusion if everything's in a process of wear down, and the Bible gives that. Um, if there was something that created everything, we're left with morals, and so we have to be accountable to that being, if he created everything, on how the universe should function if we're given free will and we can choose against, um, to have our own moral choices. I'd like you guys especially to watch through the C.S. Lewis videos, because those ones really dialogue that dilemma well. And it was something I believed, but once I heard that, it solidified my my faith in the scripture. It wasn't just something that was out there and beyond, but it really, it was the answer. So I'd like you guys to watch that. Um, Also, yeah, so I could say more. I've probably taken a bit of your time, but please, since you guys are stuck, take the time to watch through these videos if you would, and draw your own conclusions. But this is why I am still a Christian today and still hold so firmly to the idea that the Bible is rational and is not just an archaic book or just a religious text. So please go through and watch the videos.